team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 1. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Wide open receiver complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Let's go. Panther sticks, go.
They'll go with the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Bronco 80.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Shot. Cowboy 80. Hey.
Robinson is in. Touchdown Bengals.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
And that flag accepted.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That good for 19 on a 1st down. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Pass caught by Foreman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bengals 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
11. Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Here's a diving catch right side. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a banger first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here's Burrow. Open man right side is Rice. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a fine chase on the right side, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. The Bengals at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now it's Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the points that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. On first down, Sampson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and it doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2. Back to throw again. And he is caught. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Gun.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Finding space at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that. But it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing game. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
11.
Now Burrow. this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Big 13, 12.
Burrow looking to pass. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go. Behind. Wide 80.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over first and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Sampson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Ridley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Now a give, right side. Goodson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he's got daylight.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
11,
Now Burrow going to change things up.
Stop.
A quick throw caught by Rice.
So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Fourth down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
Here we go. 11. 180. 11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Sampson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Fighting through. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Browns will take over possession here at the 44. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down to the 42, second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes. Take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Sampson. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that's going to be called downfield by Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll look to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Ready.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete.
incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll bring Judy in motion right.
Right back to him on first down. We're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. The quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Brown.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop the throw.
Able to find Higgins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Broncos.
Looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And he's going to bring up
rest of the 2-minute warning. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep. See if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the questions are going to continue to mount for this club, no doubt. This will almost certainly be another losing effort. And the questions will become, where do they go from here? And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bengals drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Bengals first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, and it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts.